Hi and welcome back to the Glory Days. This is episode 16. We were going to go over how we ended the transfer window, but I won't bore you with that. Instead we'll get straight into our game with Inter, followed by our first game back in the Champions Cup against Lokomotiv Moscow. So let's get on with the episode. Our game against Inter comes after we've had a slight dip in our previous game against Sampdoria. We drew 1-1. Really, it wasn't the best games. We had to bring on Vlahovic in the second half to rescue us, but we didn't look like winning this game. A bit of overconfidence came in after all these wins beforehand. And now the Champions League has came up a bit quicker than expected as well. So we have Inter, followed by Lokomotiv Moscow, then Juve, followed by Arsenal, Udinese and RB Leipzig. So it's quite a tough round of games here. Going to see us playing games every 3 days. So let's kick off with the Inter game and see how we get on. Hopefully it's a marked improvement on our last game. We are suffering with a couple of injuries. So Januzaj and our striker Kouame are both injured. Kouame got a 2-month long injury straight after we gave him a new contract, which is very helpful. So we head out there with a strong formation. But Inter equally with a strong team. 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 games. They're looking like they're in good form now. They started the season a little bit rough, sitting in 7th, but are coming good at the right point in time. We did well in the Lazio game, so again this is quite a test, so let's see. It's Inter who are on the front foot as we begin. Barilla to Sensi, playing it around our box, quite dangerous. Dumfries to Mahrez. Wow, that's some sign they've got Mahrez. And we managed to pick it off them. So Bacal's got it to Odriozola. We come down the right hand side to Jota. Polgar plays it to Vlahovic. Back to Polgar. Gets out to Gonzalez. He runs down the left wing. Gets into Vlahovic and he scores. He's still turning up for us. He wants away. He wants a big money signing to a bigger team. But he's still turning up, scoring the goals that we need. Very simple this. Ball it to Gonzalez, cross into the box, and Vlahovic jumps up for the header. We have another corner. Biragi gets it in, and Bacal almost scores a second. Just over the bar. Inter have it now with Dumfries. He gets it forward to Lautaro Martinez to Mahrez, playing it between them. Still have it. Keeping it well. Sensi brings it forward to Barilla. Barilla almost all the way down to the byline. Bacal picks off him but loses it again. Brozovic to Sensi. Dumfries. They're trying to slowly find their way into our box. Bernat gets the ball in and Martinez almost scores, but Dragowski was in the right place at the right time. Our expected goals isn't particularly high for us. We sort of stagnated after the midway through the half. Inter became the stronger team. I think our team needs a bit of a kick to get going again. We need to find another gear to win this match. We have it now. Dragowski to Milenkovic, plays down to Biragi, Gonzalez to Kastrovoli. Kastrovoli comes forward. Gonzalez again to Vlahovic. Lovely ball through to Jota. Can he finish it? He can't. 65 minutes played. We look like we're starting to tire and need some reinforcements. We'll see how this highlight goes. Again, it's Inter on the attack, playing it around our box. Mahrez now. Sensi back to Mahrez to Martinez. The play Mahrez gets in. I think Dragowski made a great save and managed to tip it just round the post. But Inter have another chance from the corner. They whip it in. And Dragowski comes out and takes it in his hands. Inspires confidence in that defence. We'll make our 3 changes and hope for the best. Bacal now comes forward to Polgar. Jota brings down this right hand side. Odriozola keeps going. Back to Polgar. Plays it through to Vlahovic. Vlahovic with a great ball again to Gonzalez, but he can't finish it. We'll try to control the possession for these last 5 minutes. We have the ball here. Igor to Torreira. Igor comes forward, plays it all the way back to Dragowski. Bacal to Milenkovic. Back to the goalkeeper again. Goalkeeper just kicks it forward to Vlahovic. Vlahovic manages to pick it up, runs around the defender, gets into the box, and Jota comes in. Oh, and it's just saved. But then it looks like an own goal's happened. I'm not quite sure what went on there. I've seen that Vlahovic played it back to Jota. Jota shot it. It was well saved. Hits the post. Goalkeeper managed to get off the line. Rudiger tries to play a back pass, and it goes into his own net. It's 2-0. We definitely stepped it up after the half-time team talk, and we got what was a deserved goal, although it was an own goal by Rudiger. What interested me though was the Inter team. They got Mahrez now. I'm going to have a quick look at that Inter team after this. So that keeps the top of the table. Milan are playing next. But let's have a quick look at this Inter team. So yeah, Inter managed to sign Mahrez from only 34 million from Man City. They've made quite a few signs actually. I mean, that looks like they've really invested quite well. Mahrez, 31 years old in the game now. This could be a case of just these new players bedding in. They're all worth a lot more than they paid for them, but the wages are extremely high. Okay, so that's a good way for us to plod on for our first game in the Champions League against Lokomotiv Moscow. We do have some decisions to make because we're going to play games every 3 days. We also have Zebra following Lokomotiv Moscow with a very short turnaround. So just before we start our first game in the Champions League, we can see that the title odds are Liverpool are favourites, 11-5, Bayern 11-2, Real Madrid, then PSG, and then Barcelona. We are 200-1 and one of the weaker teams. And apparently we're just making up the numbers. Well, that seems really disappointing to me. A quick flick through this Barcelona team. It's not really changed that much. Barcelona made no signings this season, obviously still under pressure due to their finances. Okay, so the team that we're going for in this game, our first Champions League game back, it's a bit of a only slightly rotated squad. Squib can go. Igor comes in at left back instead of Baragi, Milinkovic, Bakal, Odriozola on the right, Amrabat, Polgar and Strovli in midfield, Gonzalez, Jota and Vlahovic up front. Strovli hasn't really started to shine yet, even though we're trying to build our team around him and really make this formation work for him. So it's quite disappointing that so far he's not shining. It's an absolutely packed stadium that Lokomotiv Moscow have got. Everyone wants to come see this, and they kick it off. Starting our first Champions Cup game away. And we get the ball. Igor plays it all the way back to Grugovsky, who flicks it down to Vlahovic. He gets it to Jota. Jota runs forward all the way to the byline, turns back to Strovli. Strovli's poor ball is collected by Amrabat, and Polgar plays it back. Now Polgar out to Odriozola. Gonzalez, nice little turn, gets the ball into Polgar again, but it's cleared right in front of the goalkeeper. Not much happening in this game so far. 0-0, 20 minutes gone. It's Lokomotiv who've got the highlight. They come forward, Calijon plays it over to Pons. Pons runs through and scores. It doesn't matter what you're expected at this level in the Champions Cup, you're going to get punished. It's been a very poor game. We've been poor. This first half has really been a drab event and no one's turned up. I'm going to send them all back out again, see if they can redeem themselves. But it's Lokomotiv who've got the chance again. Whoa, I thought that was going to be a penalty, but it was a well-timed challenge. Vlahovic now comes forward, but he gives it away. It's not like him. Lokomotiv come forward. It's a great little through ball, and they almost go with a second, but it's off the bar. We come down. Odriozola gets the ball in, but it's easily picked up by Lokomotiv goalkeeper. We have to make some subs. Soto will come on. I think we have to get rid of the deep line playmaker bring a bit of experience in with Bonaventura. But just as I'm making those changes, I didn't even realise there was a highlight going on in the background. Lokomotiv Moscow get their second goal of the game, and this has proved to be a little bit of a shock for us. Away in the Champions Cup, down 2-0, really looking poor. The ball's just bouncing off us at the moment. This highlight continues with Bonaventura coming forward. Gets the ball into Vlahovic, Vlahovic scores. We needed someone to turn up. Vlahovic is having a very poor game, but he still managed to hit the target when we need him. All this comes from a Locomotive attack which fell apart. Us then getting forward with a quick counter attack, managing to get it back to 2-1. I'd love to see us score another goal here and get a point from this game. We'll bring on the last 4 subs. Patagna comes on, we'll go 4-2-4. And we'll try and get something out of this game, or lose it. But it's Lokomotiv who are coming forward at the moment. We collect it with Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Bakal. Milinkovic. Kastrovali. Tried to play a through ball to Sotel. It didn't come off. And it's all the way back to Odriozola. We've got plenty of tired legs out there. Odriozola again. Playing it to Polgar. Vlahovic gets it. Kastrovali. Nice ball this time through to Sotel. He's all the way into the box. He's got nowhere to go. Kastrovali picks it up. Polgar now. Still in the box. Odriozola outside the box. Polgar tries to fire in one of his screamers, but it goes tamely wide of the post. Still 2-1 to Locomotive. Only 50 minutes of the game left. We're at their box. Soto plays it in. It's cleared. Igor. Kastrovali gets into Patagna. Patagna shoots. He scores, but was offside. I think there's questions. I think this may actually be offside. It's disallowed. We can see a bit more clearly now. Patagna was way off the last defenders. Very poor positioning from him. And the game ends. It's 2-1 to Locomotive. We were apparently the better team, but it didn't feel like it. It's a bit of a harsh welcome to the Champions Cup. Well, that's going to make life very difficult for us. Lokomotiv and Arsenal get their wins. You can see elsewhere, Atletico Madrid got a 3-1 win over Dynamo. PSG, Lionel Messi scored for them. Barcelona were beaten by Liverpool. Liverpool are the favourites. Bayern managed to beat Porto 2-1. And Lazio won their game 3-0. So really, we should have been doing better in that game. So that's where we're going to leave this episode. It's on a loss and our schedule does not get any easier. We have Zebra coming up, followed by Arsenal, who just won their game in the Champions Cup. So I hope you've enjoyed this so far. Our journey, first time back in the Champions League, it's not going well. But if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for future episodes. And thanks for watching.